Good day, my friends. We have 6 minutes and 56 seconds until James Bond 007 First Light. I'm very excited to see what is going on with this new James Bond game. I love IO Interactive. They make incredible stuff. Their Hitman franchise is amazing. Their sort of reinvention of Hitman has blown me away every time I've checked it out. I can't wait to see what they've got going with 007, man. This is a match made in heaven. So I liked what I've seen so far. We get a deep dive into gameplay today. This whole state of play, I think, is dedicated to this James Bond game. So I'm super psyched about that. It's good to see people. In YouTube, I see JBJ, I see Matt Marchand, I see Jack Hopkins, Daxius Prime 604, JBJ, Nintendo DS Collector. I see you guys. Thank you for being Experienced is here too. Thank you so much for being here. I switched a couple things around on YouTube and on Twitch for the chats. I've made it basically for subs and followers, so people that are already a part of the community, and that's to encourage you to become a part of the community because we have incredible people that jump in on EPN chats. And so if you're just lurking, just hit the sub button, hit the follow button, and then come in and say hello and introduce yourself and let people know a little bit about you and the games that you dig, because that's what this community is all about. We have incredible people here that love this industry and love games and have been playing for years and years. A lot of you have been watching EP for years and years. Thank you. And so jump in. The water's terrific. Come on in and say hello. Very, very excited. Matt Marchand said, man, I hope it's good. Experienced. I think it kind of has to be the level of, sort of people wanting this. Like I don't want to say like the desire for it is huge. The pedigree around James Bond games have been so fantastic over the years. I think beginning with GoldenEye, and then it just, there's been lots of other cool ones along the way. Anybody remember the EA From Russia with Love game where they actually brought Sean Connery in to record the voiceover, which was just incredible? Let's hear your Connery for old time's sake. Oh, my God. Connery summoned, Jack Hopkins says. Did I miss your opening song? I did not have a song, Grovel. Good to see you, my friend. Yomtov. John Yomtov. Play forever. Bring it, Vic Bond, JBJ says. 007 tomorrow, never Vix. Please follow Vic on Twitter. Oh, yeah, thank you, John Yomtov, laying out all the different socials out there. From Russia with Love and Nightfire, a great Experienced says. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, Experienced. You are very kind, man. That's so cool. Thank you. I thought about saying, welcome to EPN Watch and Chat as Sean Connery, but I thought that might be too cheesy, so I waited until just then. So, welcome. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's talk about this new video game. Video games are just for children. He pulls a knife, you pull a video game. James Bond The Duel wasn't too bad, honestly, on the Game Boy, and I recently rediscovered, I don't know where I played it, and I think I talked about it as a buried treasure. It's actually a pretty damn cool little game. Even, oh no, that's the, you're talking about the Sega Genesis game. Yes, that was pretty cool. That is pretty cool, Samurai M111. Grovel 007 is on YouTube. Welcome, Grovel, on YouTube and on Twitch. I'd love to see the double dippers out there. That rules. That's awesome. The James Bond game on GameCube is surreal because it's kind of like a top-down sort of Zelda-like, but it's still fun, and it has the little, chiptune James Bond music. Is GoldenEye the best Bond game still? Is it still, and is it because of our nostalgia goggles, or are there better James Bond games? I like The World Is Not Enough that Eurocom made. I thought that was pretty fantastic. But maybe N64 first-person shooters are getting a little bit long in the tooth because the next generations of machines were imminent. Everything or Nothing, Jack Hopkins. There were other ones. Activision had I can't remember all of the different titles, but they had a standalone Daniel Craig movie, game, which was pretty cool. Nintendo DS Collector From Russia with Love is pretty damn amazing, right? That's a full-on gift. Like, that's a weird 1960s movie to make a game on. When does that happen? Bloodstone, yeah. That was pretty cool. 7-Eleven. One thing, oh, 007 Racing, I was just playing that. I was just playing that over the weekend. I booted up the Polymega, and that was the game that and yes, the one on Apple Arcade, Jack Hopkins. What the hell's that one called? I have it on my phone. It's pretty cool. And it's part of the sponsorship, or the, not the sponsorship, the subscription. So just download it if you're on Apple Arcade or if you have Apple One or whatever. What the hell's it called? Cypher. Yeah, it's pretty damn good. Controverse Gaming, Rogue Agent was one of my faves. That was GoldenEye Rogue Agent, right? That was when they took the GoldenEye idea, but they switched everything up. I remember visiting EA in Los Angeles, and they were talking about what they were going to do with that, and it was pretty wild. Nightfire is my favorite Bond game. This Thick Cola's Cage, first time chat. Welcome aboard. Thank you, and thank you for following us on Twitch. You rock. Quantum of Solace ran on the Call of Duty engine. Yeah, that's right. Mr. J220 or JZ27. That was pretty fun too. That was pretty fun. There've been some okay ones over the years. There hasn't been, and I think this is it, right? This might be the Arkham Asylum. And I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. We're going to see this in 30 seconds here. But this might be the Arkham Asylum of James Bond games. This might be it. Except it's not the actor, which is weird. I thought this whole way along, and maybe it will be some kind of mod or some kind of update to the game. I thought the whole way along with this IO Interactive game, this would be the opportunity, because they're going to go young with the movie, this game would be the opportunity to help us introduce this new character, this new James Bond. All right, you guys, here we go. Let's do this. Can you hear it okay? Sounds okay? Audio's good? I'm going to get copyright flags all over the place. I have resigned myself, so I appreciate your super chats today.
What he did
Thank you.
Was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
This is rad.
Winnipeg
born! Welcome!
It's really quite simple.
Hyped to see what they show. Me too, Nolan.
Is a bullet without a target.
Absolutely. Winnipeg born. I am so due a revisit to that city, especially because our wonderful partners on EP Classic PvP Games are based in Winnipeg. I got to get back out there. Who's making this game is from Groff
I'm Hakan
Karate.
Abrak, game director on 007 First Light.
From IO Interactive.
I know everyone has been waiting patiently to
Yes, we
finally
have.
see our game. And
Yes.
that's exactly why we're here today.
Looks good, sounds good.
So without further
Thumbs up.
ado, and on behalf of our talented team,
On a scale
I'm
of 1 to
incredibly
Hitman,
proud
how
to
Hitman
introduce
is
an
this?
extended playthrough
I think
of
it's going to be
Bond's
more
first
Uncharted,
mission
you guys.
as a recruit.
IO
Please
Interactive.
enjoy our gameplay premiere of 007 First Light.
I really want to get out to this studio. I've
This
never
is a
been to
back-time
IO.
operation.
I've covered their
No
games for
discretion, ladies and
decades.
gentlemen.
I want to
It's
go and
critical.
meet these people. Nathan Drake vibes, right? Daxius Prime 604. So we drive. Driving very important in a James Bond game. Look at this, it's beautiful. It's got Need for Speed vibes here.
Now I could get used to this.
Don't act too impressed, dearest, or you'll blow our cover. And James, do quit your pouting.
I'm a glorified hood ornament. What could I possibly have to pout about?
Sorry if the assignment doesn't live up to your grand expectations. Someone
Please
must
ask
cross
if they
the
would
perimeter.
return to Freedom Fighters. Okay.
009 slips through our
I'm just going to
fingers, you're the
boost
last line
this.
of
Yeah,
defense.
it's at 720. Let's get up to.
009
Okay,
slips
here
through
we
our
go.
fingers, you're the last line of defense.
There we go. That's going to be some
Exhilarating.
crisp.
Greenway's testing you, mate. That's all. Don't give him an excuse.
The cap looks good on you, though.
There we
Really
go.
brings out your cheekbones.
7-Eleven wanting Freedom Fighters.
Take a left up ahead, James.
Agent Under Fire had great vehicle
What's
sections.
that, darling?
You know, what
Just a
the game
fucking-
comes out, I think we need a week of streaming James Bond games. What do you guys think? That would be hella fun. I would like to do that very much. So James Bond driving very, very casually. Very chill right here. Like following all traffic instructions.
Halt!
Is everything in order?
Routine inspection, ma'am. It won't be a moment.
This is driving a Jaguar.
All clear. Please proceed.
Sound is cutting out. Which part? Me or the machine? Maya. Okay, I have to unplug and plug it back in then. I think it might have done something when I switched to 4K.
think I have.
1 second, you guys.
Stayed here, I
I'll be
mean,
right back.
a wedding back in 22.
Doesn't sound like something you'd forget.
Well, the hen was in Cannes, so we flew in by private jet. It's dark and we've been drinking, so...
Oh, well.
Can.
At least Sheila will be happy.
Private jet.
What?
Nothing. Darling, nothing at all.
What do you make of 009?
How's
He
that?
was the best
Is that
in his
better?
day. That was a long time ago.
Mic audio. Check, check,
My
check.
guess is he's
Sounds good?
tired of running.
Something happened there.
Greenway
Anytime I fiddle.
And since
Fiddling
they
with
refused
OBS.
Greenway,
Thank
so
you.
it did. They knew
Thick
each other.
collage.
That
Thick
much
cola
is-
cade. Thick
Something
cola's
to do with an
cage.
operation called Nightfall.
That's a good one.
Did 009 pick Greenway
Jack
out of
Hopkins.
good faith?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Bad
Thank you.
blood.
Well, we're
It
about
does
to
look
find
like
out.
Hitman might be in the back seat. That's funny. I think that's it, right? Edge's Dragon 888 is Jag, the new car sponsor. That's the only thing that's bugged me a little bit too much about what I've seen so far is like the leaning into the sponsorships, which I know is a part of how the movies get made and presumably the game as
Switch to
well.
comms. Monroe, with me. James.
Rubs me the wrong way, you know?
Save the
It should
world
be a
some
little
other time.
less overt.
Afternoon. Invitation, please.
Blake and Loretta York. Plus that.
So he's the driver.
Welcome to the Grand Carpathian. Parking is right up ahead. Mr. and Mrs. York, enjoy your stay.
It would be hilarious if
Oh, they will.
Agent 47 is in this game. I'm sure they have an Aston Martin. Edge's Dragon. I'm sure it's in there.
Premises. Team status?
Graphics look pretty. I've got this set to 4K stream on YouTube.
Staff quarters.
I'm streaming this on my my new kick-ass Razer 18 laptop with a 5090 GPU in it. It's a beast.
Parking lot. In position.
Greenway.
It has been actually really great streaming off of this the last little while. There's been a lot less issues.
Don't let your guards down. 009 most certainly won't.
I'm sure there'll be an Aston Martin in here. So we have young James Bond. I dig this, where it's like a little bit of a tale we're getting right here. This must be early mission stuff. Stop talking into your ear. Stop holding your ear. Remember Daniel Craig at the beginning of Casino? Incredible. New objective, park the car. That's right, Vandelay. Hey, it's Nick. Thanks for being here. Yes, this is a new era for James Bond games, man. We have time to chill and
The 5-star treat.
just tell a cinematic story.
Oh, I'm stretching my legs. Bond.
I'm glad you don't have blatant
Suspicious
product
behavior.
placement in my videos.
No. One of the hotel
Yeah,
staff.
Graph Karate.
Strangest
I get
looking
asked a
fellow
lot.
I've ever
I get a
saw.
lot of cold call things, you know, and it's like, it just feels wrong. I much prefer having sponsors, you know, like partner with like PNP, and
You will not.
if I'm ever partnered with somebody, it's because I like them and I believe in what they're doing, and
Yes, Mom.
it's more of a sponsorship than a you know, paid for video thing. That just feels wrong. Finally, we get new single-player James Bond game. Can't wait to play it next year. Absolutely, rad anarchy. Me too.
Afternoon, sir.
This feels
Staff and
Hitman-esque.
press only.
Damn. Forgot my
Gonna see
press
Vic
badge.
drinking a
You're
Coke
not
next
the
stream.
first.
I got through. I need to catch
I
up
should
with
have
that bellhop.
Show
the
me your ID.
Tofetian
Looks good.
cafe in
Better go and get
Tofino,
my
British
ID then,
Columbia
if you
be
want
a
to catch your
sponsor.
bellhop.
Because I wear their freaking hat all the time because I love it. It does look gorgeous, doesn't it? Famous Seamus. Just this week, Daxius Prime 604. After this stream, I have to plug in all the data, but I'll be streaming Hell Is Us. So let's check that out together. And I've got like 5 other things in the queue that I'll get to and I will talk about and I'll make reviews on the run videos about. And definitely Silk Song is in that queue, you guys. So we're going to light on fire. This is very Hitman right now. Hell is Us today, absolutely. So I figure we chat about this for 10 minutes or so after we're done. Let's kind of, collect our thoughts on this. And then give me another 20 minutes or so and maybe a bit less, and I'll be back with Hell is Us afterwards. So I'm shooting for noon. I'm streaming Hell is Us. Oh my God, Final Fantasy Tactics is this month. This is nuts. I may just have to do this Ask Me Anything before a game stream and just roll into a game because there's too many games. I have Chronos ready to go. NHL 2026 or NHL 26. There's a couple others that I want to show you guys. Too little time. I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm streaming all the time because, like, you guys are helping me keep up with it all, It's very Hitman. Man, Hitman. Very good, John. It does look like Hitman, doesn't it, Slow Clap? Hitman is one of those games, like the newest iterations, where it feels a little overwhelming. And even when they demo the game for you, it's like, oh my God, look at all these things I have to manage and take care of and manipulate and, interact with. But when you play it, you just feel the second to second of it. You're not, like, taking in the whole world, That's the difference between playing and sort of observing adventure games like this. Jack Hopkins is already hearing the criticism. Hitman with more shooting, more action elements in it.
Gate crashing a black tie event.
This is the Glacier engine, Sam I Am 111 pointing out. Same engine for the Hitman, Kanan Lynch, and Mini Ninjas games.
What? Ken Banks, penetration tester. I need to have a stern word with your manager.
Good to have you on the team.
Penetration inspector. Good.
God better be worth it.
Thick Cola's Cage says, good thing no one in that courtyard looks up. Sure does look nice, though, huh? This is a gorgeous freaking game. I wonder what they've got this running on right now.
Good afternoon, sir. Which room is here?
Hitman is a lot more fun than they demo. It's a hard game to demo, though. Yes, absolutely, Jack Hopkins. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're taking in the whole world when you're watching Hitman, but you're not doing it when you're playing. You're sort of looking at objectives and sort of homing missile into what you have to deal with, and it's fun. And I imagine that's what playing this is like, too. That is almost the same shot as Le Chèvre.
Hopefully I'm the last thing
in the Hitman mission. If I had time today, I would be streaming Hitman on Switch 2, but I'm going to be playing the new Hell is Us. Because it's pretty good on Switch 2. Slow Clap's wondering why he isn't flirting with the maids. He can't flirt with everyone. He's on a mission.
Alert. Best not get spotted just yet.
Wilden is not into stealth. I get you. What is that guy doing? It's like he unlocked something. We're going to see a glitch or two probably because it's still early.
Lot. No sign of 009. Over. How do you do?
Don't touch your ear.
Where have I seen him before?
Is this where he learns don't touch your ear? Don't touch your ear when you're talking.
Now,
This is it, the
where
early
do you
mission.
go?
Batman vision. Anytime any character in any video game ever does this concentration thing, it's always Batman related to me.
Lots of antique books on display about the castle and local history.
Wonder if you could help me.
I'll certainly try, sir.
Did you notice the blonde bellhop?
Same JBJ saying that they hope it plays as well, if not better, than Hitman World of Assassination
He was asking
on
for
Switch 2.
directions to the backstage area.
Should play better.
Chess fiend. I knew it.
I'd stay clear of him.
Just need a quiet word. Nothing dramatic.
Skipped ahead. Okay. Here's our Aston Martin. This is a 70s one, right?
Looking for these?
It's like the one in
Hold on.
The Living Daylights.
Just who the hell are you?
Not now. Eyes on the road.
Has IO done a racing game before? Have they done anything with driving before? There's a ton of racing vets in that part of the world. A lot of incredible developers. So they might have, like in Sweden, Need for Speed was a big game there at Ghost Games for a while. And then lots of people worked at DICE on racing experiences. So I would imagine they tapped into some of that development community there to bring this to life.
Ambulances, watch it.
7-Eleven says Bond's already got a scar on his face. He's pretty grizzled for a rookie. The job is dangerous, after all. Step on it, whippersnapper.
Look out!
Reminding you of Uncharted 4, big time, right? Amazing what Naughty Dog did like 10 years ago. And companies are still kind of hitting that tone right now.
Sheep.
Sheep! This looks great, though.
Left. Go left.
It's kind of reminded me of the Driver games, a little Spy Hunter. IO Interactive hasn't done much vehicular and gameplay, no racing games. Yeah, so I would imagine they tapped in. They hired some experts. I would imagine they had the budget for this one. Man, this is pretty. We got a couple of Mr. Calaveras saying definitely gives me everything or nothing vibes a bit too on Twitch. And on YouTube, Rad Anarchy says, I'm hoping we have a driving mission like the rally race mission from Everything or Nothing.
No, we're talking.
Like Mines. We have an amazing community. Everybody gets it. Everybody's got perspective here. Mr. Calavera is also hoping for Deus Ex style conversations. I think we're going to get some depth in this. Nicholas Meisel says, brings me back to Everything or Nothing. A lot of love for Everything or Nothing today.
Right. Who are you really?
Agent Charlotte Ross. I'm with the DGSE. That's
And Stuntman on PS2. Yes,
James Bond.
this Colas
MI6.
Cage.
Yes, I figured as much.
God damn, somebody's got to pick that up and do that again, right? Stuntman was awesome.
DGSE has been hunting him for a long time. This is the closest we've ever gotten, and I'm not letting him slip through my fingers now.
Sounds like we have a conflict of interest.
How
Little
about we
split
burn that bridge
second
when we
as
get to
well.
Fine by me.
And Spy Hunter, you guys remember that first PlayStation 2 Spy Hunter game? That was a 10 out of 10 from
it? There. Pull over.
Paradigm. Incredible.
No sign of 009.
Plenty of his friends, though. I'm not loving the odds.
I've had worse.
I wonder if they're going to cast Pierce Brosnan as M in the new Bond film. Denis could do that, just crush.
I'll flank them. We need to keep that.
I don't know about a Fall Guy game. That didn't do so well at the box office, unfortunately.
Well,
It was a pretty good movie.
There's that English sang-froid. Bonne chance, James.
Cool car. Chris Pratt stars as M. John Yomtov. You trying to piss everybody off? Could you imagine that? Chris Pratt with a bogus English accent as M.
Looks like I've got a plane to catch.
Oh my god. Now you guys are making me want to play Everything or Nothing so bad again right now. There we go. License to Kill. Yeah, this is super Uncharted fused with Hitman. Yeah. Looks good.
Told me you needed a hand.
Can't stay here. Plane's leaving.
Right behind you.
Feels cool because it does feel like we're seeing a live demo, but it also feels like they've got some sweetening to do. That's nice. We got some chug right there. Wow. Oh, nice. You know, when he punches guys in armor, like I just see Daniel Craig punching a guy in armor, and he would blow on his hand afterward. It would hurt. He would go, and he would just muscle through it. Good physics in this. Like that. "7-Eleven says this Bond is a relentless murderer like Nathan Drake." So true. Oh! That was cool. Now, if he falls out of that plane into a desert, Mr. Calavera. All right. I mean, are you playing that when you're making that jump? Because if you're not, that's like cutscene time where you're showing the face, man. Like, felt like cutaways there. So, like, if James Bond leaps for a dangling, this is cool. I think they're mixing in with like cinematic cameras as they're playing it, which is pretty cool. But the if it is cutting to a sequence like a video sequence, there should be cutaways to the face. You want to see the reaction of the character, humanize it a bit more. Bond times Uncharted. I mean, yeah, but Uncharted was a fusion of Indiana Jones and James Bond in a way, right?
Need a way to force it down. If I could access the flight control system. Let's make some turbulence.
Cool. This is like a mission in Arkham.
Never a dull moment.
Yeah, you can see the frame rate is trying to keep up with the physics. So this must be on a PS5 development kit right now. PS5 Pro development kit, I would imagine. Sony would want to show that off. And it might be in quality mode as opposed to performance mode. It's so Uncharted. It's crazy. This is cool. So he's going to Moonraker to a parachute. Game Life Crisis. It's early. Yeah, we're not ready to ship this. It's a spring 2026 game. A little bit of Superman. They announced a sequel to Superman today, Man of Tomorrow, 2027. Hell yes! That's Moonraker. Pretty damn cool. Literally Uncharted now.
I'm Patrick Gibson, and I'm honored to announce that I'm playing James Bond in IO Interactive's much-anticipated game, 007.
No pressure. Patrick's
Gibson, to bring
no
this
pressure.
character to life in the gaming world. And I'm joined by an incredibly talented cast, including Lenny James as Bond's mentor Greenway, Priyanka Burford as M,
Cool.
Alistair McKenzie as Q, Kira Lester as Bond's most fervent supporter Moneypenny, and Noemi Nakai as the enigmatic Ms. Roth.
Bond's world is all about what's seen and what's hidden beneath the surface.
The lighting and the...
You've just watched an extended
And Chris Pratt.
mission playthrough. No commentary.
Thomas
just the raw
Balgaris.
experience. Yeah. We hope you liked it just as much as we loved crafting it for you.
Is that it?
There's more than what meets the eye. In this next section, we'll guide you through how it all works. The tools, systems, and choices that shape the gameplay in 007 First Light. Let's take a closer look.
They should have got Pierce Brosnan. Absolutely.
First Light,
True Blue
where
Canuck. That would have been
infiltration
great.
and espionage are just two of many spycraft skills. In this mission, our unseasoned but highly trained Bond must track an assassin through a sophisticated Kensington gala.
Oh,
You'll
slow
want to
clap.
blend in with the crowd while scouting for tactical
Oh,
options.
with the snark shot says here comes the live
Creating
service
a mental
extraction
map
team
of
shooter
available
portion.
pathways without giving yourself away.
Go to the security room. It's first floor, east wing. Staff offices.
Got it.
Bond must gain access to the upper floors, but some areas are off limits, even for those with a stolen ticket.
Sorry, sir. Can't let you through.
Just looking for the bathroom.
Other side of the bar.
Dialogue from other characters can offer clues to the mission's progression. Listening in on conversations is a useful intelligence tactic, potentially revealing opportunities for an easy breach.
If he doesn't make an appearance in the next 10 minutes, he can watch from down here. Yeah, do that. Rob Minkley, Crux Magazine.
Steve Redman, I believe it's full day one release. The whole thing is all there. Asking if this is going to be episodic releases like Hitman or full day one release.
Sorry for the
I think the full game you're going to get, but they know how to plan for extra
Almost gave up
content
on
over
you.
at IO for sure.
Right then, go grab your camera, and I'll take you past security.
Photography can be such a negative experience.
Don't recognize him.
First
Somebody
Flight
said it's weird that
multiple
Pedro
pathways for
Pascal is not in
achieving
this.
Bond's objective,
Books you in off.
if he's prepared to get creative.
So multiple ways through a mission. Hitman style. Love to hear that Bond music, man.
All set.
Follow me.
Bond's gamble has paid off.
The balcony should give you an excellent view of the stage.
Sorry, miss, but this man can't go upstairs.
Relax, fellas. He's with me.
You say so.
Huge DLC potential, right, Jack Hopkins? And I think we're going to get the skin of the new actor that they hire for James Bond.
You won't always receive the red carpet treatment.
And I have a feeling it might be that guy from Challengers.
In these highly volatile stealth situations, it pays to choose caution over direct confrontation, as everyone can be
Josh
a valuable
O'Connor.
source of information.
Saunders, I'll be needing that key card. Watch it. What?
I think it's going to be this guy. Can you guys see him?
That needs a look.
Challengers is an amazing movie, by the way. If you haven't watched it, you should definitely watch it. Great soundtrack, too.
Moments when Bond remains undetected offer the chance to survey hostile areas.
North exit. That's my way out.
No, not live service. Battle Pass 007. Hey, it's Nick.
Multiple routes.
Team Henry Cavill for James
Exploiting
Bond. They're going to go young. They're going to go like early 30s. They got him for 5
Depending
movies.
on the situation and the odds, Bond can always go with
Idris
a quick and blunt strategy.
could be M at this point. I love Idris. I think that would be awesome. I think Henry Cavill made a lot of sense like 3 years ago.
Could have played that a little smoother, James.
But they're going to go young.
He got away with it this time, but they could have called reinforcements. Alternatively, Bond can opt for a more
Lester
elegant
Brosnan,
style. Using the scan from
with the
his
call,
watch
it
to
says this
highlight
doesn't feel like
options for
007. It seems like a
distraction and
watered-down
misdirection.
generic version with the brand attached to
I'll
it.
have a quick look.
Ooh, Loco Heyoka. Zendaya's a lot more than the girlfriend in that movie. In Challengers, you got to watch it. Trust me, it's very cool. You're not going to forget that film after you. There's not much like it.
Your Q gadgets are custom developed to be powered by resources found in the environment. So be
Ace
sure
of
to
Bros
stock up
saying,
when you have the chance.
Pass for you.
Aside
Hectic
from your
Gamer says
signature
frame
watch,
rate
the
drop
different
was
Q,
scary.
You'll have other gadgets in your arsenal. The laser fires a direct beam of energy.
They're
that can
pulling
be
off a
used
lot in here,
offensively
guys.
against
And it's
targets.
still early days. Like, there's a lot of little elements that you can interact with.
Opening up strategic options to
You got to
avoid
think every
combat
prop
or
in the
spring
world
traps.
that is, a switch or some kind of piece that can
The
come
smoke
apart
device
or
confuses
interact with
and
something
disorients
else.
foes, letting you pass through
That's
undetected,
pressure on the
offering a chance
GPU
for
and the
concealed
CPU.
Stealth takedowns. The world of 007 First Lights will see
The soundtrack
Bond
we
face
play all
different
the time.
opponents, some of whom cannot be bluffed.
Love the
or
soundtrack
charmed
for
into
Challengers.
compliance.
I would
Using a
actually
dance
love to
version
see
capacitate
Reznor
that
do
will give you
Bond,
an
man. Could you
opportunity
imagine?
to talk your way
A
out
Reznor Bond
with a charismatic
theme?
flourish.
Oh my god.
I need to find Saunders. There's a chance the suspect is dressed as security.
Hey, it's Nick says, yeah, it's just an alpha vertical slice. It's not going to be optimized till later. Yeah, they're giving us a taste of
As you may try
the
to
most
stay hidden,
completed
the fight
stuff, but we're
is
months
unavoidable.
from it running the way that they want it to.
If he was from MI6,
What? Excuse me? Who are you looking for?
Relax, off-duty museum security.
Don't.
Having been discovered, Bond will need to rely on more than wit and charm to contain the situation. In melee combat against multiple assailants, you'll need to think fast.
The motion blurring is
Combining
really
throws,
pulling attention here.
parries, and direct strikes with environmental takedowns and items.
If anybody from the dev team is watching, what I'm missing from watching this
Sometimes James
are
will
cutaways
model
to the
his fists
face
to get out
of
alive.
Bond.
When enemies show clear intent
It's
to
his
shoot and kill Bond,
smirks
you
and
will be
smiles
granted a
and
license
reactions to
kill.
things going his way or not that makes us fall in love with the character.
Trained by the
And right
Royal
now,
Navy,
that's
Bond is an
not
expert marksman.
happening
His
just
Q
through
pistol
action.
firearm is a great conversation starter.
We need to see the face.
Enemies can provide additional firearms. You'll just have to borrow them for a moment.
And it won't be just from quips. It's going to sound weird if he's just talking to himself.
On your enemies
Makes more sense if he's got radio chatter.
A deadly weapon.
But we want to see the
gadgets used for stealth and infiltration can also
the charm of the character. He's almost got to seduce us the way he seduces characters in the film, in the game.
Allowing you to fight fire with fire, or distract to make your escape. Adversaries come equipped with different levels of armor, requiring either greater ballistic might or tactical improvisation. To support him in challenging situations, Bond can use his own instincts.
Me too. I love the gameplay of Hitman for sure. And the thing that separates Agent 47 is that he's purposefully not
whether human
a character. He's purposefully a blank slate, you know? And we just find out little slivers of his backstory as we go.
To prevail in the world of 007
Bond's a bit different than that. He's a wry comedic take on all of it, you know? And he's got the ability and the skill and the chutzpah to kind of disguise himself, but the personality is always there, and we need to see that. We need to feel it. March 27th. I don't know if they've got time to kind of juice that, but right now it feels a little. Oh, there it is. I mean, it looks really fun, but it does feel a little bit. I don't know, a little bland in terms of the personality. I think that's what's missing for me right now. I think they have the action elements, they have the espionage elements, the intrigue, the vehicle sequence. They have all pieces of the play. What I'm not feeling, and what Arkham really nailed, is the psychology of the Dark Knight and making it kind of feel like Batman. And I feel this game is,
ladies and gentlemen,
right now it's kind of trying to find a spot to kind of pause on. I don't know. It's kind of
better go and get my ID then, if you want to catch your bell.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's, a great circle. Got the character of Indiana Jones is right as well. Absolutely, Mr. Calavera. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Ninty fan, subscribe for 48 months. Feels like a generic spy game. Generic is not what we should be even throwing around. Even the hint of it having any kind of a generic quality. We should feel like it's Bond. We should feel like this is James Bond. I don't know. I don't know if I feel that yet. Brosnan is my James Bond. X2 May 374. Looks like it's like I played this game already. 7-Eleven says. Asa Bruce says underwhelming. Omnislash says I keep my eye on this. Indiana Jones had Harrison Ford. Yeah, and certainly if we had another more famous actor, and maybe that's what they're tiptoeing around, because like the timing on this is so problematic. We're months away from Denis Villeneuve and Amazon and Eon Productions, all of them coming together to announce who their James Bond is. And it might be Josh O'Connor. That's who I think it's going to be. And so that creates all kinds of confusion around this. Like, why isn't this guy Josh O'Connor? And maybe that's what IO's kind of having to grapple with, is they can't show this guy because they know the world is going to know another guy very soon as our new James Bond. And they're facing that. I don't know. I'm just, I'm extrapolating here. But that's my quibble with this. Ooh, 7-Eleven says Mind's Eye vibes. Wilden says yes. Eon Productions game. Definitely needs more personality, right? Like, that's what it needs. We need a... That's what blew me away about Indiana Jones, quite frankly. Like, I loved all the puzzle solving and everything, but it was when we got those incredible, tight, and beautifully produced and beautifully lit cut sequences that look like they could have been from an old movie, You know, not just a 1980s Indiana Jones movie, but like a 1930s movie, and they're lit like that. They had the drama of that. They so understood the character of the films, not the character of Indiana Jones, like the character of the movies. And I feel like this gives you the beats of it, what I'm seeing right now, but it's missing the wink of it all, you know? Like James Bond is he's a hilarious creation, you know? He's so cartoonish, and he just does outlandish things, and we're going to be able to play those. But what sells how outlandish it is kind of him raising his eyebrows and going, oh, this shit again. Okay, I'm going to survive this. You know what I'm saying? What Bond game captured that 007 personality the best for you, Vic? Ooh, that's a great question. Thank you for being a member for 2 months. I think it's got to be more because of the nostalgia goggles, but the idea of From Russia with Love and EA taking the risk on making a 60s film that is arguably the best in the movie canon. You know, if you're not counting dated effects and dated kind of storytelling and stuff, but it was just a really wonderful, like Dr. No was a massive success as a movie. James Bond became this international sensation, and then they dove deeper into the espionage flavor of the Ian Fleming books with From Russia with Love, and Robert Shaw was awesome. That was just an amazing movie. And for EA to make that movie and recast, an older Sean Connery, and he sounded older, as James Bond, that was very special. Even if the game wasn't perfect and it sort of held your hand, that was very cool. And you know what? Very analogous to what we're seeing now with Great Circle, with the Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It was like, what? This is a gift to lifers, you know? I liked the remake that they made with GoldenEye as well, where they injected Daniel Craig into it. That was weird, but it was also pretty damn cool. I definitely, when this game is about to come out, we're definitely going to stream a bunch of the Bond games, and together all of us will figure out which one is the best. License to Quip wasn't authorized yet. See, this is the like, if you're lurking and you're not in with these folks, you're missing out, man. You guys are awesome. License to Quip was not authorized yet. I love it, Wisperienced. Yeah, you guys have fantastic observations. Mr. Calavera says, yeah, we already had Tomb Raider and Uncharted doing Indiana Jones in game form, but Great Circle really understood the character and showed what can still be done without being derivative. Yes. Blarcade says, for me, I've had so much love for Everything or Nothing. Like, if we weren't in Game Avalanche season, I would just go, okay, time to play Everything or Nothing right now. GoldenEye DS is actually impressive. Nintendo DS Collector. Well, I mean, that's your username. Of course, GoldenEye DS is. Do you sell DS games? Is that what you do? Nintendo DS Collector. I love it. You should try GoldenEye on the Nintendo DS. Coming from Nintendo DS Collector. I love that. That's awesome. Hey, Emery 223. Thank you so much for the super chat. Everyone has a different answer to this question, Vic. Which Bond film, in your opinion, does the best job of encapsulating Bond as a character? It's got to be Casino Royale. That's my favorite Bond movie. It was the best one that Craig did. I love Skyfall as well, and I actually liked No Time to Die quite a bit. And Craig became my favorite Bond actor because the quality bar across those movies was really damn high. But Casino Royale was a full reinvention. It was a risky take. It was definitely a response to the Jason Bourne movies, which were amazing. Especially those first two were just so incredible. Doug Liman is one of the most underrated filmmakers ever in the history of Hollywood, I feel. What an amazing director. The way he can bounce from genre to genre, mind-blowing. But also... Martin Campbell, who directed Casino Royale, also directed the Zorro movies, which the first one especially were pretty damn terrific, but he also directed GoldenEye, and GoldenEye is the best Pierce Brosnan movie, and that's one of the best of the Bond movies. Martin Campbell's batting average is pretty good, not so good with Green Lantern, but a terrific filmmaker. But Casino Royale, like, we got to see Bond strip down to nothing and kind of build himself up and earn that 00 tag, and you know, this character that wasn't afraid to be bruised and show it, also had a quip. I guess that's what we're missing, right? Like, Craig elevated. He really did. Like, he humanized the character. We watched him fall in love in Casino and lose his love. It was like 5 movies in one movie. It was so good. And, you know, that's what we just came off of. And that was the responsibility that was entrusted to Io. And I think that's what we're not seeing yet. You know, and if anybody from dev or publishing or anybody is watching any of this, what we're missing currently is that that punch to the gut that is more than just nostalgia, that is like really taking us into the sly, clever, human, aware, self-aware kind of qualities of James Bond, the character, you know, where he turns almost to us, Austin Powers, just shy of Austin Powers, and gives us a wink and says, yeah, we're getting through this, you know. And even Daniel Craig did that, you know, in his own curmudgeonly way. And it was amazing to watch all of that stuff. And that's what makes James Bond so freaking incredible, right? Like, he's almost like Han Solo, like he's over it. And he knows how silly these things are, and he relays that in his dialogue and the way he says his dialogue. And that's why we all love him. It's like, yeah, Jesus, you know, it's hilarious. Maybe the story will really feel like Bond, ASAP. I hope so. And Chris Cornell's You Know My Name. Honestly, the Emery 223. Oh, Chris Cornell, rest in peace. My God. Has there been a voice like that ever? What an amazing talent that guy was. So sad. But when that movie came out, like, I thought it was so tight, just like groundbreaking. You know, I'm a Bond lifer. First one I ever saw was Spy Who Loved Me in the theater when I was a kid, and it played it at like in second run or whatever, and it just blew me away. And then you know, way before we all had home video systems in our houses, they would have Bond nights on TV. And they would run James Bond like late night or whatever, and I would stay up too late. And I loved that whole thing. Like, it really meant something to me. And so Casino Royale was a powerful film for me. Like, it really was like, whoa, people have been paying attention. They're making the Bond for me in this moment. And it still, like, just matters, right? And when Cornell sang that song, I had this crazy notion that, wow, this would be an incredible thing where if they partnered Cornell and Daniel Craig across his library of James Bond, and so he would come and do the theme for all of it. And I think, you know, they went in different directions, but sadly Chris Cornell passed away as well, so he never did come back. But yeah, I loved all of that. That was awesome. That last hand, it nearly killed me. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. The card sequence, fantastic. I'll wait, but what I've seen so far, sadly, this is a pass for me. Daximus Prime 604. Casino Royale is crazy good. Sean McGonigal says, listen, if there's anybody watching this, I would imagine that anybody that's watching EP at all is also a Bond fan to some degree. And you guys have all watched Casino Royale. But if you have not watched Casino Royale, holy mackerel, I'm envious of you. It's almost like you could just start a James Bond movie-going career with that, you know, and then dig into the past as well. For me, it's movie-wise, it's Casino Royale, it's Goldfinger, it's GoldenEye, and, you know, Spy Who Loved Me's up there. So it's cool, right? It's not all just Connery. It's not all just Craig. Like, it goes across. I actually loved the first Timothy Dalton movie, and On Her Majesty's Secret Service was really good too. George Lazenby brought it, but it was more Diana Rigg and Telly Savalas and the action sequences, that incredible score in On Her Majesty's Secret Service. So damn good. Tomorrow Never Dies was brutal for me, and it was because it just felt so cheeseball. But the plot of Tomorrow Never Dies is about a guy that takes over media and starts to take over the world, and it was Jonathan Pryce, who just was this wimpy-looking guy compared to the idea of like anybody being a real threat to James Bond. And then, of course, we've seen that's kind of what's happening in the world. Is so many people trying to like take over all of media and brainwash the population. It's funny. That's crazy. Honestly, I think my first Bond was James Bond Jr. on the Super Nintendo. Daniel Craig, that's Blarcade, and Nolan FSC says Daniel Craig Bond felt more human. Wrathless One says, I'm with you in all of that, Vic. I think talking about Casino Royale, what an amazing movie. And Roger Moore was good. There is an incredible Roger Moore documentary, and I watched it on the flight coming back from Europe. I don't know where you would watch it on the streaming service. But it was basically, oh my God, it was so good. And I forget there's an impressionist. Oh man, I don't have any of that data in front of me. It's all Googleable, but it's the guy that does the road pictures. It's these two guys that can do Sean Connery and Michael Caine, and they've done a bunch of these different travel movies where they go to different things. I'm forgetting all the names to everything, and I apologize. But one of those guys narrates the whole documentary as if it's Roger Moore, and it's a perfect sounding Roger Moore. And it's a fantastic documentary. What a fascinating human being Roger Moore was. I was lucky enough to meet him, and I met Sean Connery too. You know, I've never met Pierce Brosnan. I've never met George Lazenby or Timothy Dalton or Daniel Craig. Maybe one day. But, yeah, Roger Moore was amazing. You'll see him in an upcoming episode of EP Classic because he was working on some documentary stuff, and we met him at a TV event thing. And Local Heyoka says, I remember people hated that Daniel Craig Bond announcement until they saw him with his first set photo. Yeah, Jesus, he brought it physically, didn't he? So good. Timothy Dalton's great, man. He's the bad guy in The Rocketeer. He's fantastic. Oh, he's so evil in 1923. It's ridiculous how evil he is. He's more evil than he was as the Nazi in The Rocketeer. It's great. John Yomtov says same reaction Pattinson got when he was cast as Batman. Who remembers, Michael Keaton casting news about Batman? I was on that side. I was like, Michael Keaton is Batman? What the? I was so pissed. And then he was great. He was great. I had no complaints about Daniel Craig as Bond, though. I thought, he's not like Roger Moore, like handsome outwardly. So it was a bit kind of like they're going in the Sean Connery kind of direction. No slight against Sean Connery, but they're going a little bit more in the rough and tumble when they announced Daniel Craig. But it totally freaking fit the time and the period and the quality of the film, and like he was just like egoless, like he had to get the job done, and that was just such a cool tactic. I loved it. I think 007 following Spider-Man in terms of no need to follow any movie, comic story to have a fun game. Eddie Luongo, I think this is going to be a really fun game. I just don't think that what we have seen so far is emblematic of the attitudes and the history and the kind of love affair that the world has with Bond in the movies yet. But it's different when you live with this character. So hopefully what they do is they have a lot more cutaways and a lot more of that slyness that we want in this stuff. Only guy I don't want to be Bond is the guy from Reacher. Yes, no, Alan Ritchson is not. I don't want any American to play James Bond. It has to be a British actor. Absolutely. Alan Ritchson is good. He's a good actor. But yes, you kind of want this next Bond to feel vulnerable, right? Like you don't want him to be so jacked, and that would be my issue with Henry Cavill. It's like, well, this guy could just kill anybody, he's Superman. Like you would want somebody that looks like they, especially if it's a young Bond, that they are still kind of figuring it out, and they look like you could damage them, and so people would perceive the character of James Bond as somebody that could be easily dominated or defeated, and then the latent abilities of that person would surprise the opponents on screen and us in the audience. At least we didn't get Nicolas Cage as Superman. Okay, you guys, I know we could go on talking about all of this stuff. I think it was an okay showing of the gameplay systems in this game, but it's missing the vibe and the heightened personality, I think. That's my thought on James Bond First Light. But I'll have some more thoughts in this week's reviews on the run. And I am going to be back in, what time is it? It's already noon. Okay, so I'll be back in like 15 minutes or 20 minutes. We're going to be playing some Hell Is Us on PC. It's just launched. I think today is the day. I haven't touched it. Let's play it together, okay? So EPN plays Hell Is Us very soon. Thank you for watching. Thanks for being subscribers and followers. Thank you for chatting. Thanks for your super chats. Thank you for the support. We will see you soon. And until then, play forever.